Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got a bunch of cool stuff that we need to be having a little bit of a look at. That'll do. And all of this looks awesome, and I'm very excited. And I want to start off with Mousehold. I adore this Mousehold stuff. Like, I regularly look at this stuff that Pokemon's releasing and I go, oh, that looks kind of cool. Oh, we're not there, ladies and gentlemen. We are so far away from there. All of this stuff looks absolutely ridiculously cool, but we want to start off with Mousehold. Now, you are getting yourself a set of sleeves, and they're Mousehold. They look extremely cool. They're Mousehold, and they're just stacked on top of each other. And then the top one's kind of yelling, and why, I don't know. But I think Mousehold is one of those Pokemon that's cute and adorable and lovely, and we all love Mousehold. But I think if you've got young kids or have had young kids, I do think this really hits a little bit differently, because I'm so used to just having kids climbing all over me, because my kids are 5, 3, and 1. I'm climbed over all day, every day. And these sleeves and other Mousehold, it just reminds me of my kids climbing all over me, and it's kind of adorable. Now, the sleeves come in at 889 yen, which is about $6 or around about £5. A little bit of rounding, but close enough. They are cool, and I love them. But wait, there's more. Because we also get ourselves a deck box, which actually has different artwork on, which I appreciate. Now, to be fair, one of those 3 pictures is basically, that you can see on screen, is basically the picture from the sleeves, but the other 2 aren't. And I think this is awesome. And this is very cool. And of course, being an official deck box, it comes in at the absurdly cheap price of 500 yen, which means we're talking about $3.30 or about £2.70. It's absurdly cheap, as I told you. And then we've got the playmat. I could be wrong. I expect this playmat to sell out very quickly. Now, playmats in Japan, they don't do them on a lottery system anymore. You just buy them online, right? However, they do tend to be very, very popular. The good ones. This is about as good a playmat as they've done. And again, I don't know whether it's just because this just looks like me and my wife and my kids running around and annoying us. I don't know. But there is something about this playmat that I must have it. And I think a lot of people are going to be in the same position. It's just one of the absolute best playmats they've done, and I could not love it anymore. As a playmat, it's coming in at 2,970 yen, which is a little more expensive. You're talking basically $20 or £16. I will pay £16 for this mat. And I'm not saying I would pay £16. I'm saying I will pay £16 for this mat. This will be my playmat. Of course, worth noting, as always, this is basically merch that fits in, or products that fit in with Scarlet and Violet 4, Future Flash, and Ancient Raw. So we're basically theming this around Pokemon from the set. And obviously we know that there is a Mousehold EX coming in the set. So that's why we end up getting Mousehold merch here. Actually, this is really cool because it's got the awesome ability whereby if it takes damage, even if it's knocked out, you take, the person attacking takes 30 damage for each Mousehold and Tandemaus, including EX. I love this. And actually, we did see this officially revealed in English the other day, which was kind of cool. Yeah, big fan of this. So that's the Mousehold stuff, which I think is the coolest, but there's plenty more cool stuff coming as well. Because, of course, we've got sleeves and a deck box for Roaring Moon. And yes, you will notice that this is the same as the booster pack. And, of course, we've got Roaring Moon coming in the set. And, of course, we have got the special illustration rare that I showed you the other day, which is just absolutely ridiculously beyond stunning. Huge fan of this. So yeah, this is worth getting a little bit excited about, isn't it? The sleeves and deck box are the same price as they were for Mousehold. I'm not going to repeat that information unless it's actually new. I just think this is cool. And I'm actually quite a big fan, generally, of having the booster pack art on sleeves and deck boxes. It's something they do quite a lot in Japan, at least. They do a little bit over here, but mostly in Japan. And I just think it's awesome, ladies and gentlemen. I just think this is brilliant, and I intend... I mean, look, if I'm picking some stuff up anyway, I might as well pick this up as well, right? Yeah. And then, of course, we are repeating the trick with Iron Valiant. Again, we got sleeves and a deck box. Again, they are the same price as before. And once again, of course, it matches the Future Flash booster pack artwork because of Iron Valiant. And, of course, lovely excuse to show you the special illustration rare of Iron Valiant. But I really like these because it's a booster pack artwork, but they take off all the text and stuff, except for the Pokemon card game and the copyright at the bottom. And this is just fun. Just gives you a really good look at the artwork, which is generally fantastic. And if that's not enough, how about a binder? Now, we've got Ancient Roar on the front, Future Flash on the back. And this is coming in at 1,980 yen. So, again, on the, a bit more expensive than the sleeves and stuff, we're talking about $13 or £11, which really isn't that much for a nice binder like this. Double-sided, looks cool, kind of reminiscent, of course, of the Ultra Pro binders that have booster pack artwork on the front and back, but here it's a Japanese booster pack art, and most of the time I prefer the Japanese booster packs, because they've generally got a bit more going on. I like having the multiple Pokemon in an image, rather than, in a scene, rather than just having the basic one Pokemon. Personal preference, I admit, I think it's cool. Now, we are getting Mela as well. Mela gets sleeves and a deck box. Same price as always. But these are brilliant. We've got a Houndoom and an Armarouge chilling on the sleeves. And then we've got Mela kind of doing her thing on a Revavroom as well. That's on the deck box. And I love it when they do this. This is my favourite. I know a lot of the time they'll take sleeves and deck box and give them the same artwork. I've shown you a couple in this video already. I really like it when they do sleeves and deck box, themed after the same character or Pokemon, but they split up the artwork. Now, I really like the Mousehold stuff, don't get me wrong, but that's real special. But I like it when they're very different. Here, the deck box and sleeves are completely different to each other. There's not even really a huge amount of overlap other than featuring the same character. And I just really like the way they've done it. I think it's cool and awesome, and I'm a huge fan. And of course, we have got a Mela in the set as well, which is lovely. Which again, you should be expecting because, of course, like I keep telling you, the products that are released alongside the set, your sleeves, your deck box, your playmats, etc., they are always specifically designed to match the set. So we're getting a bunch of stuff in the set, characters and Pokemon, transposed onto these products. And Mela is actually an extremely cool card. You can only play it if one of your Pokemon was KO'd the previous turn, which is a bit sad. But from your discard pile, you get to attach one fire energy to one of your Pokemon. Doesn't have to be a bench Pokemon, doesn't have to be a fire Pokemon. It's literally just any of your Pokemon. And then after that, you draw until you have 6 cards in hand. So in theory, after a KO, you could potentially be playing this, accelerating a fire energy to one of your Pokemon and then drawing 6. That would be cool. We know we're going to get a full art Mela because you always get a full art of all the supporters. There is a decent chance here that you're actually going to be getting a special illustration rare Mela as well. That would be very, very cool. And then we've got Slitherwing. We've got Slitherwing sleeves and Slitherwing deck box. And I love these, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love these. I mean, look, I've showed you the Slitherwing illustration rare the other day. I think it's adorable. I really like Slitherwing as a Pokemon, as a card, because 2 energy, 120 plus burn, which is really 140 at least. And then you do have to do 90 to yourself, which is a pain, I admit. But, 120 plus burn, and it's 2 energy, turn 1 going second, absolutely possible, and I just really dig this. Now here we've basically got sleeves and deck box which match basically perfectly, and this is awesome. I love this, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is beautiful, and I like Slitherwing, so this is cool. Again, I'd rather they mixed up the art like they did on Mela, but this is still kind of cool. Now, the double deck box is not the same as the rest. It is a double deck box. It comes in at 1,600 yen. So, more than 3 times your regular deck box, which comes in at about $11 or around about £9. But it is a double deck box that features 2 decks. And the sleeves here are actually slightly more expensive as well. They are premium matte sleeves. They come in at 990 yen. So a little bit more than the ones we've been talking about up to now. So we're talking pretty much dead on £5 or $6.02. Let's call it $6. Let's call it $6. Let's round it. Seems appropriate. And these are lovely. And they are going to be a little bit more premium than the other sleeves I've shown you, because they're 101 yen more. Oh, and we got Iron Moth sleeves as well. And here's what's interesting. The deck box I've shown you, the only official image we've been shown, doesn't have Iron Moth on. But look at the 2 sleeves side by side. They're clearly from the same set, right? And actually, the listing for the double deck box is Iron Moth and Slitherwing. So anyone want to guess what image is on the back of this? Yeah, it's the Iron Moth, but extended out. Clearly, that's what we're looking at here. It's cool. Oh, and silly old me, we've actually also got ourselves some Aegis Ash sleeves here. They are 990 yen. So yeah, they're the premium ones like the Slitherwing and Iron Moth we just saw. I have very little to say about these. They're Aegis Ash. They're kind of cool. If you like the Pokemon, you'll probably think these sleeves are cool. If you don't, you won't. So yeah, there's Aegis Ash sleeves, and I almost forgot to mention them, but I didn't. This is one that I'm in trouble. This drop is one that I'm in trouble for. Because I like the Slitherwing stuff, but I adore the Mousehold, including the playmat. I think the Mela stuff is amazing, and I've already told you I'm a sucker for booster pack art on products. So yeah. Usually there's 1 or 2 I like, and a lot of the time I can talk myself out of it, and sometimes I'll order a couple and that's fine. This is the best they've done in a while. I'm just putting it out there. I'm calling my shot. This is the best set of products they've done in a while, and it's been a while since I said that, so hopefully you can believe me. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know which of these you like. I want to know which you're going after. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. And you can get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely It's a Coaster, who is one of the most active members on the Discord and is awesome, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you to them for being awesome and for the support. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.